Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Welcome back. I'm Kelsee. I'm so happy to have you here. So obviously, as you can tell by the title, you already know what today's video is going to be about. Let me just clip this on. If you guys are new to my channel, if you're new here, if you don't know a single thing about me, I'm Kelsee. I'm 27 years old. I've been making YouTube videos for maybe like 6 years. Don't judge my subscriber count based off of the amount of years I've been doing this, okay? I've been doing a lot of everything, and I think that's kind of my downfall. But anyways, we're not talking about that today. Today we're talking about feeling lost in your 20s. And this is something that I have a lot of experience in. So let's just get into it. Like I said, I'm 27. I'm almost there. I'm almost at that 30 mark, but I'm super excited to be 30, which I feel like no one says nowadays, but from people in their 30s, I feel like I always hear good things. They're always like, yeah, it's so much better than my 20s, having so much more fun, less stress, and all of that. So, why not look forward to that? You know what I mean? Let's start from the way beginning. Literally 20. I don't even know what I was doing when I was 20. I don't remember 20 at all. I remember 21, but for some reason 20 just doesn't seem like an important year to me. I don't know why. That was around the time of COVID. It really seems like COVID was yesterday, but also like a million years ago. So it's really crazy. I cannot believe that we all went through that. I feel like we all went through either not being able to have a graduation, college graduation. We weren't able to walk. We didn't get handed our diplomas. We didn't get to have graduation parties. At least I didn't. I didn't get to have a freaking college graduation party. That's when you get all the money. Like, really? That was like the last party that I could ever have for myself that I will get money at. You know what I mean? Like from family and friends. Because as you get older, people just don't give you money anymore, even though that's when you really need it. Figures. For me personally, the college I attended did not prepare me at all for the outside world. My advisor did not keep in touch with me during that time. And I feel like that's something that college advisors should do, especially for seniors. Like, set them up for success. Hello, we're paying all this money, and then you're just going to throw me out there and not give me any sort of direction or hooking me up with connections or anything, which is so insane. And oh my God, like, I sometimes regret even going to college and spending all of that money and having all these loans now that I still have to repay and then is accruing interest. But that's a whole nother topic, whatever. I feel like a lot of us, majority of us, have that experience of not getting that college graduation, not getting that help, that guidance because of COVID. It ruined everything, truthfully. Ruined everything. It set everyone's timelines way off track. I put so many of my dreams and goals on the back burner because of COVID, and it really just changed the direction that my life was going in or that I wanted it to go in. So that's kind of where it all started, right? 21 seems like forever ago, but it literally was only 6 years ago. That's so creepy. I don't know why that's so weird to me. I feel like I turned 21 so many years ago, but it literally was only 6 years ago. 21 was, amazing. Great freaking time. Also, I'm going to do my makeup a little bit while I talk with you guys. I've talked to a lot of people and like family, friends of friends, strangers, people I just meet. And I feel like we always get into this conversation of like, we don't know what we're doing. We don't know what we want to do. The things that we went to school for, that we paid money for, are just like not even our interest anymore. And a lot of people feel lost in today's world. Like, they're like, what am I supposed to do? What do I want to do? Especially career-wise, because it's like you are expected to have your career figured out and kind of like be set for by the time that you're 30. And it's like, how are we to know what we want to do for literally the rest of our lives when we are like, how old are we going into college? Like 17, 18? I'm sorry, but how am I supposed to know that? We're so young going into college, and then we're expected to like fully get an education based off of what we want to do for the rest of our lives. And it's like, I don't know. I thought I knew what I wanted to do. And then, like I said, COVID happened and it kind of changed my whole timeline. And I kind of just lost those interests as time went on, of like not being able to do anything, not being able to socialize, not being able to go into the world and like do things normally. So normal for people to feel lost, and a lot of people do right now. Oh my god, the way that the world is right now, it's like everything is so expensive too. People can't live alone. I don't know where y'all are from that's watching this video, but I'm from New York. A lot of people from, you know, my high school and stuff, they want to live in the city. You cannot live in the city unless your family is helping you, or you're living with like 4 other people. Yes, that's so fun to do right out of college. I think that's so fun to like live with your friends. But you don't want to be doing that like when you're like 30. I feel like most people want to be in a steady relationship. Not everybody, like you don't have to do that, but I mean, I just feel like the people that I'm around and that I've interacted with, like that's kind of where their head's at. And it's impossible. It's literally impossible to live alone in today's day. Like you can't, unless you have a really good job or help from parents, family, whomever. It's hard. I mean, it's been really hard for me. I've been living with my family since college. And honestly, I've loved it because I've become such a homebody. Like, I love to be surrounded by my family. It gives me so much comfort. Being in your 20s, there's a lot of change going on. Obviously, this goes without saying, but everyone has a different experience. But I feel like majority in your 20s, there's so much change because that's around the time where like you're graduating college, or you're like going to do a master's program, or like you're going abroad, or you're traveling a lot in your 20s. I feel like a lot of people do. You're meeting so many different people. Oh my God, like relationships, friendships, blah, blah, blah. Like there's a lot going on. There's a lot of change, even within yourself. I feel like a lot of people grow a lot in their 20s. So yes, it's stressful. We all experience it. So if you're thinking like, oh my God, my life sucks, like why is this so difficult? Trust me, we're all experiencing it. I don't want to make this like so my experience. I want you watching to feel like, you know, you're just like not alone. But in my experience, it's been hard. My early 20s were so fun, obviously, because it was like COVID. I didn't have to worry about much. Though, like I said, a lot of my goals and dreams changed. I put them on the back burner, and then I slowly started to lose interest in them. And then it kind of was like, okay, now what do I do? Now what am I going to do for money? What do I want to do as a career? And yes, I've been trying to do YouTube. We'll see how it goes. You know, definitely wanted to do something that's like a guaranteed career. So I went back to school. I went to school for aesthetics, licensed, didn't get a lot of hands-on experience. Didn't feel like I got the best education because it was around the time of COVID. So I didn't have a lot of hands-on experience, and it just wasn't the best schooling at that time. So left me feeling not super confident in it, haven't really practiced it, haven't been making money with that license. It's kind of just been sitting. And I've kind of just been doing anything I can to make money and not really putting all of my effort and time into a career. I'm just putting that into what can I do to make money right now, because I obviously need it. Need money to survive. And you need a lot of money to survive in today's world. So yeah, I've just kind of been doing little like side quests. Honestly, that's what it feels like for the past few years. Just trying to make as much money as I can to continue to live the life that I want to live. I'm definitely not succeeding yet, just yet. No, I'm nowhere near where I want to be. But that's kind of the point of this video. In your 20s, you're going to feel a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure being put on you. And it doesn't even have to be like direct pressure. It's just pressure that is there for you when you're in your 20s. Like you turn 20, pressure. Bunch of pressure just dropped on you. Especially as you get to your late 20s, the pressure the pressure is stronger and it's heavier, especially if you're a woman. Pressure to find a man or a woman, whatever, find a partner, build a healthy, stable relationship, and then, you know, start working your way up to marriage, having a family, and that is the pressure that I've definitely always felt. And honestly, I think everyone feels that pressure. You have this pressure of like making sure that you pick the right career, that you make the right decisions. That way you'll be set up for life, right? Because you need to figure that all out in your 20s. It's just not realistic. All this pressure is there from society. My best advice would be to honestly just ignore it. There's so many things that factor into this and why your 20s is so hard. Like one, I don't want to go so deep into it, but one being social media. Obviously, social media blew the freak up. Guys, I'm trying not to curse, so that's why I keep saying freak instead of. It's really, I think a lot of us don't know how to deal with it, especially the younger generations. And it's really changing the way that people grow up and like people's critical thinking and like skills and everything in general. It really is starting to take over everyone's minds and just way of thinking and just, oh my God, it's just so insane. Like I said, my advice is to just try and ignore it. Like, try not to compare yourself to anyone, because once you start doing that, you will never be happy. I promise you will never be happy if you compare yourself to other people, to other people's lives, to other people's careers, to the opportunities that other people have, to, you know, their relationships and friendships and their blessings. Once you start comparing yourself to other people, you will hate yourself. I think that's such an important skill to master early on. Like, do not compare yourself to anyone else. And I know it's easier said than done. Honestly, if you love yourself more than anyone else, it's easy. Like, of course I have things that I don't like about myself that I want to change, that I want to work on. I have goals and dreams that I want to accomplish. And that, yes, I see other people accomplishing them all the time, the same dreams and goals that I have. But I don't care. Good for you, but what am I going to live through you? I don't know you. Like, I need to do it for myself so I can be happy, you know? I think it's just a really important skill to master, like I said, early on, so that you're not comparing yourself to other people, because you will be miserable forever. That's not funny, but I'm just saying, like, seriously, you can't sit and dwell on other people's accomplishments and honestly just being like jealous and upset about things that other people have. It's icky. Like, you just don't want to be that person, so don't be. Literally, it's just a decision that you have to make, and that's it. It doesn't need to be complicated. I think obviously you experience a lot of disappointment in your 20s, and this goes for all of life, to be honest. Like, you're constantly gonna be disappointed. I think that goes into really just not expecting anything from anyone or anything from life, you know? And then I think that could kind of go into like, okay, maybe religion. If you know, put your beliefs and your hope and your faith in something, I think that's a good way of keeping you grounded, keeping you sane. And I'm not trying to push religion onto anybody, because I think that's something that you need to discover on your own. And I'm not super religious. I have been saying I really, really, really want to get back into like going to church every Sunday, reading the Bible. I started, but I never finished praying. And I think it is a huge, huge, huge kind of like crutch. I think it's just something that everyone needs, and it doesn't even need to be religion, but I think everyone needs to believe in something in order to survive this crazy life and to survive the world that we're living in. Truthfully, that's it. That's the sentence. That's it. That's what I think. Oh, I mean, come on. The biggest thing, not being where you thought you would be. Guys, I'm 27. I am nowhere near where I thought it would be by now. Oh my God. And that I'm gonna be so vulnerable right now, which can be embarrassing to me, but that makes me so disappointed in myself, and so like I'm ashamed of myself sometimes if I'm doing really bad financially, or I just like I'm having a bad day. That's always like the number one thing that I'm thinking of. It's just like I'm nowhere near where I thought I would be or where I wanted to be, and it's sad. And I know a lot of people experience this and feel the same way, because I've talked to a lot of people that feel the same way. It is so sad and it freaking sucks, but it's just, it is what it is. And it really only matters like what you do to get out of it and what you do to, you know, take those next steps to get to where you want it to be. And I also think it's important to make new goals. Like, okay, I'm 27 here. I'm not where I wanted to be, but I need to make a plan to get to where I want to be soon, ASAP, tomorrow. Consider anything and everything. I've been considering going back to school. Look, I hated school. Oh my God, I hated school. I was so excited to finish school. Once I finished school, I was like, thank God I never, ever have to go back. I was so happy to be done. And here I am, 6 years later, and I'm considering it because I'm not happy with where I am. I'm not happy with where I am in my career. I don't even have a career. I haven't even began. I need to figure something out, and I want to be making money. I want to be successful in what I want, in what I do, and I want to be happy with my career. I want to be happy with what I do on a day-to-day basis. I think it's just all about making a plan, making a new plan, and just taking it day by day, little by little. You can't just like sit and be sad and miserable and just complain and complain and complain. You're never going to get anywhere with just sitting and complaining. If you are feeling how I just explained, consider anything and everything. What are your options? What can you do? What are you interested in doing? There are ways, so many ways to make it happen. I just really wanted to make this video to encourage you, because I can also sit and watch my video, okay? And I'll use it as encouragement for myself when I need it as well. Because trust me, I have so many days where I'm just like, damn, I suck. I freaking suck. And I am not doing the things I wanted to do. I wanted to do fashion design. That was my goal all throughout college. Obviously, had to put that on the back burner when I didn't get a job straight out of college because of COVID, the pandemic, and then I lost interest. Give me a sec because I need to take my dog for a walk. Okay, I'm back. It's freaking freezing outside. Oh my God. Not entirely sure where I left off, but I think I was wrapping things up. Basically, I get it, and I feel for you if you are not entirely where you want it to be. I've been looking into going back to school. I've been looking at so many TikToks, so many YouTube videos, so many Reddit forums, like everything, talking to ChatGPT about this. So many people feel like they're too old to go back to school. And let's debunk that right now. You can be any age to go back to school. And I think that's so, so, so important to believe and to understand. Time is going to go by anyways, and I either don't do anything and don't change anything about my life and I stay the same, or I just do it and start to make moves. And in 3 years, be somewhat of where I want to be, a little bit closer to where I want to be, you know? So I think that my main message of inspiration and motivation would be use your time wisely. Time is money. Time is money, and money is time. Feel free to leave me any comment, message me anywhere if you want to have a chat. If you have a similar experience, similar thoughts, concerns, leave them in the comment section. I'll get back to you, trust. Would also love to hear anyone else's like experience, or like if anyone else was like wanting to go back to school, was thinking like, oh, I'm too old to go back to school, blah, 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 but then they did it and they're so happy. Like, please share those experiences and stories in the comments, because that would motivate me so much more. 2026, we're having plans, guys. Like, we have plans in 2026. We're not just moving freely anymore. We're actually making strategic plans to be successful. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more of me. I would love that. And I would love to have you here with me on this channel. But anyways, yes, thank you so much. See you guys next week. Bye.